or the 15, of course, because this will be their 15th game. We had a great crowd earlier at the step ladder with the women's Ateneo versus NU. We had a great crowd, NU versus LaSalle, and we don't expect anything less with UP and UST. One of the noisiest crowds in the UAAP. And what's the logic behind that?
They want to slowly wear him down, having him to play both ends of the floor. And this we know, given a chance, Collins will play 40 minutes if needed.
The rookie, Koji Buenaflor, with the first 2 points.
Down in this situation, because you expect Danny Stevens or whoever's matched up to Collins to just basically focus on blocking him out and making sure he doesn't get the ball.
3 players shading Akowe downstairs, which leaves Buenaflor free again.
I can help the seniors, lalo na because I look up to them on the court. Meanwhile, there's a veteran chasing for closure in his final year. Kyle Paranada's court. Meanwhile, there's a veteran chasing for closure in his final year. Kyle Paranada's transition to UST wasn't easy, but he chose to fully surrender to the system, often on a heated exchange with head coach Pidong Arencio during games. Kyle told me, I know whenever he yells at me, it's because
this Final Four atmosphere, and of course somebody who's graduating already. Converge Super Play of the Quarter brought to you by Converge Super Fiber X. Almost the same move, sprays it out to Estacio for 3. The tap, pinball, goes back to UST. Paranada gets it to go.
And you're just feeling the energy oozing from every player, and even the UST bench, you can see them right there enjoying the action.
Paranada to drive on Stevens, trying to fish for a foul. No, here comes UP, 3-on-2 on the other end. Alarcon with a 2+1 special.
Harold Alarcon.
Cedar-Ville fast break of the quarter.
UP struggling on offense, deciding to run the break, and Harold Alarcon is incredible. But to do it for 3 years, we've really seen the development of Nick Caballero throughout his stay in the UAAP.
And this last year is completely different from the previous years on how he scored. As we see this counter transition again, and it is Alarcon coming alive one more time. And then the pass by Torres on a PS bankable assist of the half. It is Alarcon benefiting from that one. Get the best assist. So
get closer into the ball screen user.
UP has come back into this ball game via free throws and via fast break points. Here comes Alter again. Deep position on Jello Crisostomo. And that's where you want him. What has happened to UST here, partner?
The defense intensity has slowly faded because UP is just so relentless in attacking the rim, and at the same time they're unable to capitalize on their opportunities.
It is now a 17-0 run after that Skechers play in the quarter. These two teams are so explosive offensively, Isaac, so we're not surprised about the kind of runs that we're seeing, which right now continues for UP right at the end of the first quarter. Home credit drive in the quarter. Koji's not going to start here in the second quarter for UST. We welcome you back to our live, exclusive, and continuing coverage. And speaking of continuing, UP is not yet done.
It was a tale of two halves in that first quarter. As you said, UST 11-0, but UP responding 21-0, and there seems to be no end to this run for UP.
It's a barrage. Ruka says, get that out of here.
Koji Buenaflor back in the game, the bright spot for UST in that first quarter.
They got to get this guy going, partner. Akowe. Levitt. Akowe. Fakes. And finally gets it up and in. Earlier, he could not find the bucket.
And even Chesko's report earlier, they're talking about playing without fouling, and that was the difference. Collins Akowe, top scorer in the league, because of his ability to draw free throws.
When Isaac, these words from Coach Gold perfectly captures the mindset of this team, because even though they were down in the first few minutes of the first quarter, they kept pushing and got that 11-0 run.
Pantigao's back. Look at them tilt that floor to Akowe as Paranada finally cracks that zone. Paranada finally cracks that zone with a buster. With a Yamaha three-point shot, rapid three-point shot brought to you by Yamaha Aerox. Fast never looks back.
And in Sydney's report, Kyle Parnado is the one who gets at wits with Coach Kido Harencio, but he's rewarding the trust.
Home credit, drive of the corner, get it with home credit. UST trying to hit home run plays, Isaac. While UP does what it does best, relentless attack.
And it is but UP hitting singles and doubles, and they're slowly adding up and have built on this lead.
Akowe again, taking a look at that floor. Stevens giving him the baseline. The drive and the cut by Levitt underneath. Converge Super play of the quarter brought to you by Converge Super Fiber X. Live to the power of ball possession with the defending champions. Portea sets up Iñiguez. Offensively, talking about UST. On the run, Padrigal, left hand. Oh, rims out. Crisostomo puts it back. Jello Crisostomo coming up in a great game against FEU the last time out.
He scored over 20 points in that game, and it was a big reason why UST came back in the game. Maybe fall short, but as you just see, really, the bench stepping up of UP. The question for the UP side was, can we guard Collins without fouling? And Danny Stevens picking up one.
Actually, that lead has widened. Caballero drives in. And some loose change there.
That would have brought the house down, because that would have welcomed Collins to my poster.
Caballero with a floater.
And try to see if they can use this to come back.
Remogat, elbow jumper, trickles in. A BDO winning ways, play of the quarter. BDO we find ways.
And again, at mid-range jumpers going in for UP. And that's been their game, but now in the bigger stage.
Downstairs to Akowe. Alter, triple team on him. Crisostomo for three, gets it to go.
One of their snipers for the Growling Tigers. Maybe shooting 40%, I would think, after that last game against FEU. And he is someone who's going to provide that spacing to allow Collins and Nick to operate in the paint.
He scored 28 points on 10 of 16 shooting in that game against FEU. Remogat dancing. Levitt staying with him, but Remogat says goodbye.
This one, Ray Remogat choosing Mark Lemon as his dance partner.
Oh, there you go. That was the one. UP on the counter. Noruka is on the run. Smackdown time! There is no stopping that train. Caballero with the answer this time. He is working hard here. Bayan, the pitch ahead. And Francis with those long strides and gets so much momentum. The steal. Caballero. What did I say? Ways play of the quarter. BDO, we find ways.
And we've seen this before. Nick Caballero taking charge to will his team to win.
Abadiano eye-to-eye against Padrigal. Akowe with two personal fouls on Abadiano. Abadiano drives. No.
Deciding to change the same position in the starting lineup, retaining the other four players.
Remember, UST has to win to extend this to a knockout on Saturday. And they cut the lead down. To 5, courtesy of the 7th point of Jello Crisostomo.
And something that's also bigger, that is the 5th assist of Collins Akowe today. Just really trying to facilitate, knowing that UP wants to double him.
Yeah, double and triple team him. Abadiano with a jab. Noruka thought about the three. Caballero shuts the door. But Noruka says, I'm going to show you a little mid-range magic here, whether we're in zone shot of the game.
Ganda yung heat check dito. This is the playoffs. So now heading into this second half, they'll have to use the attack mentality. As Coach Juno Sauler says it,
with a team we've seen throughout the year, you don't expect them to roll over. You expect them to fight back.
And Noruka holds on to his foot. Helps that you can knock down some shots.
Like that guy.
He's familiar. Yamaha rapid three-point shot brought to you by Yamaha. Aerox fast never looks back. Back to a 5-point lead. Downstairs to Okoe. Sprays it outside. Another one from Jello Crisostomo. Give him 3 more.
And you really see the UST Growling Tigers awaken after that first half where you felt like there's a lack of energy, lack of vigil, and they managed to break here in this third quarter.
Noruka looking for a foul, not given. Lemit on Remogat. Screen provided by Stevens. Slipping through was Noruka, denied by Okoe. Noruka with another fadeaway, not that time though.
And you really see both the offense and the defense have picked up respectively. Both teams really turning it on in the second half.
Caballero, low post, off the glass. Too small, says Nick. Torres on the counterattack. Stevens. The BDO winning ways play of the quarter. BDO, we find ways.
This is a heavyweight matchup. Both teams just throwing haymaker after haymaker in this second half.
Padrigal sprays it out to Caballero. Caballero drives. No foul. Okoe this time makes sure. You know what's so good about the third quarter? Shot making.
Both coaches giving their mindness to the players. I wonder what they said. Both teams again are going at it, trying to throw the knockout punch.
Caballero goes to his right and then goes back to his left. The bag in the bucket. Converge Super Play of the quarter brought to you by Converge Super Fiber X. Live to the power of X. Went to his right, went back to his left. Or before UP came back. You know, foul will be called on him. That is his third. Look at him recover there.
And we know that Colin is the type of player who usually paces a little bit, understands that he has to play.
Well, Okoe is out for foul trouble. Steal. Crisostomo. Breakaway. What a pass by Pandegao on that Cetaphil fast break of the quarter. Boost 15 essential ceramides to actively hydrate and restore skin barriers. Cetaphil for everyone's sensitive skin. Almost another one. 5 on the 24. Back to Cortea. Deflected. And a 24-second infraction. Paranada, football carry, sends it out to Alarcon. Acedo on the chase. Alarcon says goodbye to everybody. A Cetaphil fast break of the quarter. Boost 15 essential ceramides to actively hydrate and restore skin barriers. Cetaphil for everyone's sensitive skin. And the counter-attack here by Mark Lemon.
And this is the one, Kyle Paranada just throwing a little too much over cause and Harold Alarcon just running away with it.
Paranada. No. Felicilda with a rebound. On the run. Alarcon. With the left hand. That might come to haunt them. Caballero uses the Okoe screen. Caballero slows down, goes off the glass. Switch hunting. Acedo. 3 seconds to shoot. Borski with his first field goal of the game. They get the lead, so let's go to Cindy Oliva right now.
Boom and Isaac, the coaches gave the team a talk yesterday saying, Nick have nothing else to prove, but there's one thing missing in this UAAP career. I asked him what kept him going. He shared with me, ang iniisip ko lang, paano pag nangyari sa amin to sa UP game? Ano ang pwede kong gawin?
They're trying to prep for the end game, trying to get some crucial rest for certain players and try to have their finishing five.
What a play. by UP. And all the confusion from all of the substitutions.
Danny Stevens was talking to Francis to tell him, hey, look at me. And now Danny Stevens trying to show Franny that we got to get it going, move the basketball to get easy looks.
Oh, Padrigao gets away. Does not get the bucket, though. And here comes UP again. Remogat, met by his former teammate. Raylan Torres for three. Down it goes. Yamaha Rapid three-point shot brought to you by Yamaha Aerox. Fast never looks back.
He is someone who doesn't get a lot of credit.
What a pass by Paranan. Duncan Duck of the game. Brought to you by Duncan with another one. No. Padrigao tracks down that rebound. Lemon with a Euro. The bag and the bucket for Mark Lemon.
A little bit, you see here, just really taking it on the chin, that one. But he's keeping it.
Paranada, back to Caballero. Asido for three. Down it goes.
And just right here, Nick Caballero off the transition. Late closeout by Sean Alter. 0-3, now 1 of 4 for Amiel Asido.
Look at the field goals on your screen. Both of them with 26. Akoe inside. Loses the ball. Abadiano gets away. Sets up Noruka. Asido. Caballero. And a turnover. UP looking for another finals appearance. Caballero. Found away through traffic. With a Hyundai move and a half, Stargazer, let the future move you. How did he do that?
There's only one way. Occupation, professional, scorer.
A block. And they're going to count that. And they want to get there again. Padrigao breaks that deadlock. Breaks it with a Rexona shot of the game. Stay cool in the heat of the game. With Rexona Ice Cool, keeping you fresh throughout. It won't let you down. We enter gut check time. PS Bank last 2 minutes. Brought to you by PS Bank. Open a savings account via PS Bank Mobile. No initial deposit. Download now. Noruka with a KFC bucket of the quarter. Brought to you by KFC. Fresh real chicken that's always finger licking good. Just like that. UST UP. The rub. Padrigao fakes. Fires. Akoe. Unable to get the rebound. UP on the run. Torres waits for more friends. Fortea for three. And he gets it to go.
And you just see there, UP won in the run. Raylan Torres looked up, didn't really have a good look. But as Terrence Fortea says, as long as I see the rim, they got some weapons out there where they can go to.
Nick comes to the ball. Nick goes high. Denied. 16 seconds. Caballero fades away. No! Torres comes away with a rebound. Alarcon will dribble out the time. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. And UP will escape and will march to the finals once again. Absolute mad ending here between UP and UST. That last few seconds after the Nick Caballero shot was chaotic.
And it just felt the game could have gone either way in that one. UP securing the stop, running back, Harold throws it up quite early, and in situations like that, remember, Michael Ruffin, good example, Washington Wizards, if you haven't watched, threw it up,
Right.
and Mo Peterson hit the three, and it seemed like Forsky could have gotten a chance to grab it, almost did, but the hustle of Jerry Abadjana to try to get that tap to force the stop and complete it.
Guys like Paranada and Caballero, now it's dawning on them because this will be the end of their UAP career. Lina and Estacio